Salutations, this is Grimdevel, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are Grimdevel, the Chopper, Coglin of Trog, and for the first time ever, I believe, in the history of our channel, this Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup video is coming to you in 1440 resolution. If you watched the first episode, I was complaining a lot about how difficult it was for me to see the screen on my own monitor. On my OLED monitor. It didn't affect the recording at all, and I knew that when I was recording it, and I apologize if I kind of made it sound like I thought the quality of the recording was affected. I knew it wasn't. It was just the way I was seeing it on my own monitor on my end. And that is now fixed, and the way I fixed it, after fiddling with it for way too long, I did change. There's an option in the RC file when you play on web tiles to scale the game, but it only scales this portion. It only scales the play area, and it doesn't actually scale what's known as like the message area or the action area or whatever it's called. And I got really fussy with it because I think the default, what's displaying here, the font that's displaying, and you'll notice the font is different, and I'll get to that. It uses the default monospaced font for your web browser. And I'm using Chrome, and I've never changed any of the default fonts in Chrome, so it was using Consolas. And one of the reasons that I was really particular, and maybe this is just me being particular, if you know me, but I'm very particular about my monospace fonts, and when you zoom in on monospace fonts outside of their like base resolution, the resolution that they were designed for, they start getting like weird and like they look too smooth. You kind of lose that like pixel perfectness of the monospace font, and it kind of drives me crazy. It's a real pet peeve of mine because I love monospace fonts. So I wasn't happy doing when you zoomed in. If you zoom in, if you just like do Control and mouse wheel to like zoom in, it will only zoom in this part of the screen. And with Consolas, it was however you pronounce it, it was distorting the font. So this is not the base resolution. The base resolution is this, and it makes everything small. If we were still using Consolas, this would look okay, but really tiny. So for it to be readable, scaled up in my native resolution of 1440, I need to increase this to 200%. to make it the native like 720 resolution that we usually play in, to make it similar to that. So the solution here, after a lot of futzing around, was to download a new font. To download a font that was going to have that bitmap integrity. It's called something like that. And I found the first thing I did was look up, you know what, I'm a big fan of Code Page 437, that kind of original IBM DOS font. I have a lot of nostalgia for that. Especially in like playing early text-based RPG games and stuff like that. And I found one. I can put a link to you, although I think if you just Google Code Page 437 font, you'll be able to find it. And it does scale. As you can see, it scales really nicely, and it is still kind of pixel perfect. And I like this better than Consolas. I like this better. This is like what a great monospace font is. So I'm really happy about this. This gives me a lot of good feels. And I am now playing in my native resolution. It looks really good on my screen. These files, these video files that I'm creating, that I'm uploading to YouTube, are gonna be ridiculously bigger than they need to be. It's ridiculous that I'm playing DCSS in this resolution and that you're seeing it in this resolution, but that's okay. I think the problem has been solved. I'm also no longer just streaming my whole desktop. I'm just streaming the Chrome window, which is better. Now, if something goes wrong, you don't just like see my whole desktop, which has happened in the past. Okay, so anyway, without further ado, we're on dungeon level 4. We're about to go down to dungeon level 5. We've got 3 pips of piety with Trog. We can call upon Trog for regeneration and willpower, which we have already done when fighting Sigmund. I think I called Sigmund Siegfried like 3 times last episode. And we're going to be using Berserk as much as we can. And we have 2 war axes, which is really nice, although we're still using our dagger of venom in our offhand for the meantime. Let's also take a look at our skills. Axes are up to 6.8. Armor's at 4.2, fighting's at 5.2, and that's all we're training for now. We still don't have any evocables, but hopefully soon. I know I also said that, like, maybe we don't have good aptitude in throwing, and so maybe it makes sense. Oh, I love the font. I love this font on this screen. I'm so happy. I love code page 437. So we're gonna maybe... I'm tempted to start training throwing. It is useful in the early game also. Especially like throwing poison darts, which I believe the min delay for throwing darts is 6, so it's not even that high. A little goes a long way with throwing. And I think I'm convincing myself. I'm going to turn on throwing. I don't know if we want to train it all the way up to min delay for... You know what? I'm going to set it at 6. I'm also going to verify that. If we look at our poison darts, yeah, you would reach... Wait, where is it? Does it say the min delay? Yeah, skill, yeah, it says that. For your projectile's minimum attack delay, 0.7, is reached at skill level 6. And the base attack delay is 1. Okay, this is going to be good. And that'll help with, like, when we throw javelins, too, because that was a little problematic last time we tried to throw those. And right now, our attack delay is 1.5 turns with that. So throwing up to 6 will hopefully get that closer to just 1 tick. Do we have any scrolls to read now that I'm moving around? We do. Let's read some scrolls. These aren't identified scrolls. The reason you want to start identifying scrolls that you have multiples of, even though it can be wasteful, like, it's better to know what you have so that you can actually use some scrolls in emergency situations. So, all right, scroll of teleportation, that's great. This scroll in particular is why we read these as soon as we go down to the stairs, so we can immediately go up the stairs and not be at risk of teleporting into the middle of a bunch of enemies. So yeah, we teleported just one square away. And now we know that we have 2 scrolls of teleportation, which is great for getting away if we're in a tight spot. We're going to read whatever we have multiples of here. And it's Blink. Also, another really great scroll to know. So now we know we have, wasteful that, in an ideal world, we would have been able to save that Blink scroll. But at least now we know we have a Blinking scroll that's going to be vital to use if we get in a really tight spot. I'm going to go ahead and auto-explore. There is a ring we can't use, a ring of wizardry. This game actually looks really... I feel like I can see everything more clearly than I've ever seen it before. All right. Hey, Shadow Imp. Thank you for casting pain on me a few times, but we were fine. Stare up. Another imp. Oh, and here's, I think, our first talisman that we've seen in 0.32. So talismans, as I mentioned, like you use... This is what you use for shape-shifting. You invoke a talisman. It's actually an evocable. And you can see here it tells you like what minimum skill you need to be able to, in this case, get... this is what replaces blade hands. To be able to transform into blade hands without a penalty. And then... when you reach shape-shifting skill 19, you no longer get any benefit from increasing your shape-shifting skill using this particular talisman. We're probably not going to be using any talismans. Also, our shape-shifting skill is bad, but I just kind of want to show you how much of a change shape-shifting is. Also, a huge change in like the late game. In like an extended game, you often will want to get necromutation in the past to become a lich to prevent you from getting tormented a lot. Necromutation is no longer in the game. Instead, there is now a talisman, like a death talisman. So you would just get your shape-shifting up. Hello, Maracuda. Maracuda is a little bit new. And I don't think they're tough, but I just kind of want to remind... Now that I'm playing with all of you, I want to remind myself of what it can do. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but after damaging hits, summon more of itself. Okay, that's interesting. Summons more of itself. Okay. Doesn't have high AC, does have good evasion though, and it does have RC, and it's immune to poison, of course, it is undead. Alright, well let's... Yeah, there's a summon, I see. Are we in really big trouble? Okay. Okay. Now that I have a better understanding of how that works, I would not have gone into an open area. I would have backed him into this corridor so we could only have been attacked by one at a time. But even though I read that description, I don't think I had a really strong understanding of how that worked. And here's the Serpent Talisman. This would turn you into snake form. Okay. That was scarier than it should have been. Okay, our first wand, but it's a wand of digging, not actually affected, I don't think, by evocations. Although now we can see our evocations. It is listed in amid our skills. Hey, Howler Monkey, why don't you come on back? Ooh, an adder. I think you're going to be fine, especially because we have regeneration at 1.1 a turn. Still, I'm going to throw some stones at you as you're approaching us. Okay. Yeah, no problem. The poison is so good in the early game. I shouldn't have taken a step. The ogre is not faster than us, but the ogre does a ton of damage. We already killed an ogre, but I don't love... I want to be further away from you. You know, yeah, I think we're going to be fine if we just berserk. But I don't want to berserk close to areas that where we don't know what's behind. Like if there's an area we don't know about. So I'm going to get you... that's fine. Right here is fine. I'm going to berserk. There. Maybe that's playing it a little too safe, but that's the name of the game. Play it too safe. Play it too safe. We're going to go up this hatch. Ice Beast should be okay for us, I think. I don't think we have any... Yeah, we don't have any potions, so we're going to... There are, like... Yeah, there's still a whole lot of potions that we haven't... I got to that by hitting /- and this will show you all of the items not yet recognized. So I can see there's still a lot of potions we haven't recognized, so we're going to save that identify scroll. Here's a potion of mutation. Here's an unknown potion. And a black bear. Black bear is fine. I feel like the black bear is a mob that they always... the rare mob that they over... Like, it's always like yellow or red when I feel like it should be like a level less. They kind of over describe the danger for black bears. Not that it can't kill you. It definitely can. So, all right, Scroll of Identity on that Smoky Inky potion. A Potion of Might, fantastic. Keep auto-exploring. Hello, runes. A Spear of Venom, but we're not... Oh, we are cross-training with pole arms. I am going to pick that up. And curious, because at some point, like, right, our attack delay with our dagger is 1, because it's not trained. But is our attack delay... That was a weird song transition. The Spear of Venom, current attack delay is less than 1. It's going to be better for us to attack with... It's going to be faster to attack with that Spear of Venom than this Dagger of Venom, where the attack delay should be 1. Does it say that somewhere? It says the base 1. In any case, we're going to equip the Spear of Venom. Wield? What is it asking here? Hold on. Wield Spear of Venom instead of the Dagger of Venom. Isolde. I love it. And let's see. Our attack delay is 1.0. Because our attack delay with the War Axe is 1.1. So they balance out. The spear is faster. The spear, we can also attack at a distance. It's just plain better than the dagger for us at this point. That's cool. That's very cool. We're going to go down to Dungeon 6. Hey, Iguana. Cool. We do have some more scrolls. Let's read these. All right, that's Poison, which I almost never use, and Vulnerability, which I think we're just going to drop the other scroll, Vulnerability. And make sure that we're not picking those up. Yeah. There are some improvements that I could make to my RC file to, like, not pick up to say like, oh, if I drop a vulnerability scroll, turn that off in my auto pickup. But okay, here's a Lemur, which means Pikel is right behind you, and I don't feel like fighting Pikel right now. Let's kill one Lemur at a time. Okay. I do want to be careful. All right. Oh, okay. You should be fine with the poison, yeah. We don't have any... Well, we do have some range stuff. All right, there's Pikel. Let's run away. All right, and this is good because Pikel... Well, first of all, what are you wielding? Ooh. Okay, this is bad. You've got a whip of electrocution, and you're wearing a robe of resistance, which I believe gives you resistance to poison. No, it doesn't give you resistance to poison, just fire and cold. So that's very good for us. But the +1 whip of electrocution is really dangerous. It's going to do a lot of damage to us. And of course, we don't have any RLEC. So we're going to want to keep our distance from you. I wish I had a Curare dart, but I don't at this point. We did pick up a wand of Quicksilver somewhere. Okay. And I think if I Berserk, we should be fine. I think if we Berserk and I attack you, I think I'll just kill you pretty easily. So I'm going to back up. I'm going to let you get a little closer. I'm going to use Berserk. I should have used Berserk when you were one square closer because I could have used the spear. All right, but this should be fine. Okay, it was. It was absolutely fine, and we got a bunch of XP. And as usual, you know what? I said we're going to go all in on strength, but like maybe... I was thinking like maybe we should increase our intelligence just a little bit, just because if intelligence goes to 0, you become basically permanently slowed. I did look this up last time. And there are things that drain intelligence, but we're not going to be wearing this armor forever. I know it's nice armor for right now, but this armor that gives us -4 int, it's definitely something we will trade off at some point, I think. So I'm going to increase strength again. Yeah, okay. And there's that whip of electrocution, which we're not... No, we are cross-training maces and flails. Well, that's funny. I don't know. I guess I might pick up the robe of resistance. Just because we don't have any cold or fire, and we might get in a weird situation where that's very contextually desirable. Pick up the whip of electrocution. I'm curious. Current attack delay 0.8. This might actually be better than our War Axe right now. Well, what would the damage be with the electric? I am going to just do this. So right now, the damage rating with a War Axe is about 18. And I don't know if that include. I don't think that includes the attack delay. But our attack delay is 0.9. And if I wield the Whip of Electrocution instead of the War Axe, it's going to be lower than the 0.8. Now the damage is 10. And if you hit Control P, you can look at your whole log here. So now 18 is a lot more than 10. And I don't know. I think in a vacuum, because if we weren't doing the dual wielding and it wasn't averaging out the attack speed, I think the electric whip would be more desirable. But I think because it's averaging out, the War Axe might still be better. Although, does that damage, does that include the electric? I don't know if it does. Because the electric damage... Yeah, no, it does not. And the electrocution damage is really good. But of course, we don't get the cleave effect either. Alright, still, I think I'm going to stick with the War Axe. Because the base damage is way, way higher. And at 0.9 attack speed, it's really good. Ideally, we'll get a brand for it soon. And I know we're still carrying that whip around, but... Alright, you... The mushroom can make us go to sleep, and I don't love that. Alright, this is fine. Now, if we fall asleep, the orc can't get to us. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's just a rock wall. Because of the resolution and like the sharpness that I'm not used to having here, I feel like I never get to see those little... I never notice those little details, like in the wall and stuff. I'm pretty happy with this setup here. Okay. Recording in 1440. Uh-oh. All right, that's pain. This is fine. Yeah, that was fine. You come a little closer, orc, and I'm going to attack you from a little bit of a distance. This is V, which I don't remember what V actually stands for, but it attacks with the weapon that you have. It kind of forces an attack. And we hit you with our spear. We reach to attack. There's another war axe we don't need. Okay, here's another Maracuda, so we're going to get you. Oh, you're faster than we are. That makes sense. You know what? I'm going to go around you and get... All right, that's fine. I wanted to get, like, right here. Hey, Noel. I'll take this orange potion here. These Noel should be fine, I think. We can attack from a distance, too? Yeah, the spear is nice right now. Really nice. Cross-training is great. Whoa. All right, +5 Robe of Misfortune. This is... I don't think this is something we're going to be wearing, but man. Just for the... I mean, the corrode and slow are awful. Harm is both good and bad. But it increases our AC. It's a robe, but it increases our AC by a bit and our evasion by a lot. But the corrosion when you take damage and being slowed when you take damage, yeah, no, not worth it. But fun. If we didn't have any armor skill, I could see that being a little more appealing. All right, come over here. Is that the first artifact that may be the first artifact we've seen in this run. Dagger freezing is not going to be nearly as nice, even though it's a +2 dagger, as the dagger of venom. We're not even using the dagger of venom anymore. Hey, Blorkula the Orkula. You are someone I want to get into a... This is also a new legendary. This used to be Blork the Orc. Blork the Orc I don't think was undead, and they really changed how Blork works. Blork is now some kind of weird vampire. Once a gangly and bedraggled vampire with a strange obsession with color, Blorkula was offered succor by a missionary of Bio and became a portly and vigorous orc with a strange obsession with color instead. He wields magic tinged with every hue of the rainbow and has mastered the art of dividing his own form among its many colors to avoid killing blows, though even he must rest a while before doing so a second time. So yeah, you've got earth spells, air spells, fire spells, alchemy spells now, ice spells, and haste for some reason. We want to get you into a corridor, but, whoops. There we go. Is there a corridor nearby? No. But, I don't think you're faster than we are. I don't think. Wait, no. Oh, all right. And also there's Grinder. All right, this is really not good. I think I'm gonna berserk, but the thing is, so we're gonna attack him and he's gonna turn into like a bunch of different vampire bats. All right, let's berserk. The axe will come in handy here. Okay, great. And I guess if I had been thinking about it, maybe we could have used the same Berserk to attack Grinder, but that's okay. I'd rather play it safe and not run out of Berserk. Is this going to be okay? Well, you do pain and paralysis, right? I think Trog's hand we're going to use here. And now your chance of paralysis is way lower, and pain also. This is going to be fine now. Thank you, Trog's hand. All right, we killed Grinder. I always forget that Grinder can be poisoned. I think Grinder is resistant to poison. But things resistant can still be poisoned. And those things really take a very small... That was maybe a little too cavalier. A small amount of piety. You can see, like, piety minus, if it was more, it'd be like minus or something. And we're definitely getting a lot more piety than we're using. So in general, you should use those abilities pretty freely. All right, we're going to go up this hatch. Go down a staircase. Yeah, that's it for the floor. Do we miss anything fun? No, I think we're good. All right, let's go down to Dungeon 7. We are level 9. Do we have any more evocables? Actually, so we do have 20 charges of Quicksilver. I do want to start training some of evocations. Let's get it to 6 to start. Throwing is at 3.3. I'm gonna cap throwing actually at 4, just to get it to an even number. And then I want to focus more on evocations. But let's see, the poison darts are current... Does it say what the current delay is? Your skill 3.3. I'm not sure. I don't know what the attack delay is at our current... That's weird, right? I feel like... I'm just not seeing it? What about the javelins? Base attack delay 1.5. What's the current attack delay? Why am I not seeing it? I don't know. That's annoying. I feel like that is something it should show. And I don't think it's just me. Oh, I could read another scroll, actually. Let's do that. Let's read one of these. Scroll of Fear, really good to know. And one of these. Enchant Weapon. Okay. We're going to enchant... I guess we'll enchant the War Axe. That is what we'll enchant Carlos here. That's probably going to be a weapon that we carry for a while. Because even if we find a Broadaxe, we'll probably still have a War Axe with us. And you know, finding true Broadaxes might take a long time. So there you go, Carlos. You're getting a little bonus. And is that it for scrolls? Yeah. Okay. But we'll save the other enchant weapon for when we do find a Broadaxe. Broadaxe is the highest, ranking ring of protection we can't wear. One-handed axe that you can get. That's not like an unrandart axe. +3 mace. Hey, orc. This isn't good. We don't have any shielding. I don't love this. I could use a wand of Quicksilver to confuse... I think wand of Quicksilver confuses, although... No, it's a wand of light that confuses. Quicksilver drains magic. You know, the way this works now, and it's been like this for a while, is you get like there's a set of wands, and you can either get like one or the other, kind of like they do in like Terraria with certain items and stuff. So the wand of Quicksilver... My dog is barking upstairs. I don't know if you can hear that. Magical device, which fires a beam of destructive energy, dispelling enchantments. So it does damage. It dispels enchantments. Not particularly helpful. I was hoping for confusion. So yeah, I think they're fast too. We want to get around a corner. I don't know what's behind here, but I think I'm going to run. Yeah, that's better. Okay. They're pretty weak when you get up to them. But making sure that you can get up to them is the tricky part. My dog is still barking. I don't think we're wearing a helmet. We're not. Now we are. Increasing our armor class by 1. And a scarf. Are we... hey, Black Bear. We're not wearing anything around our neck/back either, so... Great, a Scarf of Repulsion. So this would come in handy the next time we get attacked by a centaur. Let's wear that. Fantastic. We are now surrounded by a repulsion field. We're going to go up this hatch. Explore the rest of the level. The Orc Priest. We may get a chance here to... They may ask us if we want to worship Bio, which used to be something that only happened if you were a hill orc, but now they will do it with everyone. Let's kill... I'm approaching because these things can smite, and I want to kill the priest as fast as possible, and now we can back up. Smite is something you can do at any distance as long as you have line of sight. All right, well, this is a perfect little hidey hole to attack these orcs through. Not that they were all that nervous, but if there was... I don't know what was behind them either. Okay, this is not good. This is not good at all. We still don't have any R poison. We do have regen. But here is... And the bees are terrible in the early game. They will destroy you. This might be somewhere where I want to do Quicksilver. Just for the damage of a bunch of things at once. Because I bet the javelins aren't going to do as much damage as this wand. And do I care more about the killer bees? The bomb? I think the killer bees. Let's get 3 killer bees at once. That was good. I might just attack and see how we do here. They are susceptible to poison also. Okay. We only used 1 charge too. And we got a new wand. Wand of Flame. Back up a bit. Close the door. Here comes a monkey. Okay. Yeah, monkey shouting. Is there somewhere else I want to run to? Maybe... You know what? I am going to start moving towards that hatch. Okay. I just waited 100 ticks, and I didn't really mean to do that. If you hit 5 on the numpad, it will wait until like a status goes away. But if nothing's happening, it'll just wait 100 aughts, or which I think is arbitrary units of time. Okay. Water moccasin, a little scarier, but let's back up. We've killed these. This should be okay. Yeah, and we do have a potion of cure. Well, 2 potions of curing now, for if we get overly poisoned. But again, if something keeps poisoning you, doesn't really matter how much curing you have. You can still just get destroyed. I'm gonna attack. Yeah. Okay. All right, you, I want to run back. I don't want you bringing me... The phantom basically, like, latches onto you and starts teleporting you around. Don't want you to be teleporting me around where we actually find creatures that we're scared of. Hello, troll. Yeah, you come here. I'm pretty confident we can take the troll. Or I was... I'm no longer confident. So we are going to berserk. Okay. Go to the staircase. It might have been a fluke that they did that much damage to us early. I did not want to take that chance. And hey, we're at 4 pips with Trog, which means we can now use more piety, even more piety, to use Brothers in Arms. Although you can see this one has a failure rate of 71%. So we need more piety to cast that. Ringmail of Fire Resistance. I will take it, because we have slots to spare. I will say the one that... This is a little weird. I'm not used to the way some of these symbols look, but I think I'll learn to dig that. What was I going to say? What did we just do? Killed an iguana, but before that... I don't know. I used Berserk. Use Berserk. It might have been a fluke, but I didn't want to take the chance. Don't take the chance. We're gonna try again here, and we might need to use Berserk again. I think I'm just gonna back up. No, we're gonna kill you. Okay, that time it went better, so I didn't feel the need to Berserk. We got a little luckier earlier in that fight. We also got Troll Leather Armor, which will give us regen. But our current ringmail also gives us our corrosion. Well, let's take a look at it. it'll tell us our armor would decrease with this troll leather armor. So it would mean our intelligence would go back up, but who cares? Oh. So this is what I mentioned this last time. There's a pink highlight here, and it's because it's carrying a wand. That pink highlighter is to let us know that it's got something dangerous, and it's a wand of mind burst, which I think can be mitigated with high willpower. So, and I think it might need line of sight. I gotta back up, because the Komodo dragon is also quite tough. So I was thinking, oh, I could attack the orc across the Komodo dragon with our reach weapon, but the Komodo dragon's actually tough. I don't really want to do that. All right, let's kill this Komodo dragon. That's good poison. All right, good. Wand of Mind Burst. All right, let's get closer. Oh, all right, I don't know where you went. Oh, there you are. We should be able to kill it pretty easily, too. That might be the strategy. Just kill it as fast as possible. I think it is. There we go. We got it. Wand of Mind Burst. Because regular orcs are squishy. All right. That's the level. Not a ton of loot, but that's our Wand of Mind Burst now, baby. We got a Wand of Flame, Wand of Quicksilver. We are training up evocations. It's already level 4. We did stop training throwing, so that's going a little faster. We might train throwing up a little more in not too long. I think now that we have a bunch of wands, I'm going to get evocations up to 12. That was a little weird. Did you see that when I hit equals K? You see this number? This is what I'm talking about. This number here is not the monospace font, and it looks weird. It looks weird. So I'm going to find out what font that is and try to fix that one too. You see what I'm talking about? Okay. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. It's just like in that particular context, but okay. This is a good time to put in a cut. I'm happy with how things are going. We're alive. We're at dungeon level 7. We have not come across the lair yet, but we'll probably get to lair. We'll probably find lair soon, but without, we don't have our poison yet either. We haven't found a source of our poison, I don't think. Yeah, it's the search, whatever text is in the search boxes. I don't like it. We gotta fix that. I'll figure that out. Anyway, I really enjoyed playing with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.